Okay, this Trader Joe's Focaccia Primavera, spinach, cauliflower, egg whites, and cheeses. I don't know, I thought it was going to be round, but it is in fact, you're dealing with an oblong. Anyway, it's really good. It's perfect for adding like some kind of sauce. Like I kind of want to drizzle like, not necessarily a gravy, maybe like a sour cream, I think would be really good. Or I don't know, but I really like it. It tastes really good. It tastes healthy. I don't know if it is healthy, but it tastes healthy. Actually, it isn't bad at all. So you can eat a third of this and it's 270 calories, a little bit of cholesterol. It's not like crazy amounts of fat. The sodium is quite high. The carbs are okay. So overall, pretty good. This is from Target. It came out at the beginning of summer. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. I really like it. I was like, I'm not paying that much for it, but summer is now over and it's on sale. So if it is still available, I will link it below. Actually, I had to get mine in store. I couldn't buy it online, but it's around 20-ish, maybe even less now. It's really cute though. And the sleeves are interesting in that you have like a little tie here so you can adjust it. Not that you would need to adjust it. It is very large. I got the extra small, but it's really cute. So we're gonna talk about this eyeshadow palette. It's from NARS. It's the Extreme Effects. I have in the past month fallen back in love with NARS. I've always loved NARS from especially in the beginning of my makeup journey. Their packaging has just been killing it in the past few years. They come out with these really, I have so many. I might have to do like a little NARS clip or NARS video because so pretty. So this one is like their standard matte packaging. Then they kind of like ran these lines for texture and it's just so good. Here's what's in there. I love it. The formula is so nice. I've done a purple look, a bronze look, a peachy look, and I haven't done orange. You can go very orange here with this shade. It has a lot of gold in it as well. But I would say as a standalone palette, you are good if you're medium to dark to deep. Okay, you will love this palette. If you're fair, light, medium, kind of like in my range, you don't have a like brow shade and you don't necessarily have your traditional crease shade, like a skin tone crease shade. I don't mind that. I love throwing, like I have this color in the crease. And I blended it out. We have this color on the lid, we have this on the lower lash line. Like these three are the shades I have on, and I'll give you swatches. For eyeliner, I use the Maybelline Curvitude. I have the Tarte Goddess lashes on, which are thicker, more synthetic feeling, and this is just so good for getting like past your lashes, which is so helpful. I don't know why I get so close to you guys every time. I'm like, hi guys, do you guys see my makeup? Okay. I tried sitting in a chair today that doesn't have wheels, so I can't move forward, which clearly does not stop me. So guys, behind the scenes, I have so many bad habits. Okay, so if you have naturally thicker lashes, I think you'll also really like this because you can get like behind your lashes and like draw them in, or draw the liner in. So I have that on, and this is a new discovery for me from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. The Urban Decay eyeliners were on sale, and this is the 24/7 Waterline eye pencil. I didn't even know this was a thing for them, but I love it. It is so good. It does not transfer. I am someone that lines my upper waterline or tight line, whatever you want to call it, every day. Even if I don't do other stuff, I will line that part and do some eyeliner because it just looks more complete when you see that skin peeking through. I mean, I've talked about this in other videos. I don't like the skin peeking through. This is so good. They only have this color, I think. I don't know if, I haven't checked the Urban Decay website, but if you are someone that likes to tight line, this is really good. I haven't used it for the top and bottom yet. I might. It's very black, very dark, so I get kind of scared to go too smoky and close my eye off too much, but it is really pretty. I'm trying to think of, oh. I've mixed it with the Costa Riche from MAC on the lower lash line, so I have a combination of the two. I focus the black more on the outer edge. Okay, so those are the swatches. The three on top are what I have on my lids, and then that's the rest of them. You have 4 mattes and the rest are shimmers or metallics, but I'm really loving this palette. Guys, so for my base today, I got a sample. I'm gonna start doing this more when I get the samples to test out and share with you guys instead of, you know, buying the full bottle, whatever. This is the Tom Ford matte, the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. It came with 4 shades. I have the shade Fawn on, and I think in this camera, it looks like it matches, but I'm almost positive it oxidized on me. The next lightest shade in here is Porcelain. I really think it might be too light for me. So if you guys have picked this up and we are a similar skin tone shade, let me know, because I think I might really like this foundation. So today was my first day wearing it, so this is fully of first impressions. But when I applied it, it blurred everything, like completely everything. And it's soft matte, and I thought maybe it wouldn't oxidize because of that. Typically, traditionally matte foundations will oxidize a little bit because of the dry down, right? But with this one, I didn't think it would do it. It did it, but it still is very, okay, maybe closer, then you can see that I'm like darker up here than I am at my neck. But I felt instantly like filtered and beautified. So I would like this. I would like this as an everyday thing. And I also wonder if it's something that might work all seasons because of it's kind of in between everything. Anyway, it doesn't emphasize any dryness, and that's another reason why I really like it. So I will either update you in this video later on, or I will write something in the description box because this is my first day wearing it. I will give you reviews on 2 other things, and the first one is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. Mine is in the shade Salzburg, so if you want to shade match, this is the one. This one looks matte going on, not super matte. Your skin will still have a slight glow, but it doesn't wear well. I would say after a few hours, my oil comes through and I'm shiny, so I'm like, that also kind of happens with dewy foundations or non-matte foundations. So to me, this just didn't work out for I'm thinking it's for my skin type that it didn't work out. It's a very beautiful foundation. It just doesn't stay matte on me. So that's my review there. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation oil-free matte version. I have the original version, which is just kind of like a skin-like natural looking finish, and I love it. I'm in the shade Light, so I picked this up during the 21 Days of Beauty as well, and I love it. I wore it for like 3-4 days straight because I liked it so much. And also, again, it tends to wear well under a mask. I've been technically, I guess, innately just picking foundations where, you know, it still looks good after, like, the, you know, you don't get the lines. Sometimes when you have the more slippy foundations, it doesn't matter, but when you take your mask off, there's lines where your foundation or where the mask was touching your face. So I really like this, and this has SPF 50+. It's a physical sunscreen, so I'm gonna recommend this one to you, and I'm gonna say no to this one. For powder, we just have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin in Marble. I have the Bare Minerals liquid bronzer in the shade Faux Tan, and I put it in a cushion, and I used a brush and I applied it that way. And then I have the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade Medium. I am thinking about picking up Tan, and I know there's a huge jump in the way these two look, but this is something that when I first put it on my skin, I really don't see it that much, and I can build it into what I would like, and it never looks cakey. I think that is the primary like selling point of this bronzer. So for people who are like, oh, it doesn't show up, you just need to build it up a little bit. But I might pick up Tan. It looks quite dark, but then I could only just apply it once, whereas this one I have to build. I'm someone that doesn't like building stuff, in case you guys like haven't noticed. I'm not someone that's like, you can build this foundation up to full coverage, or I might say that, but I don't do that. Like, I'm not someone that likes to layer. I like one layer, and if it doesn't do what I want it to do, then I'm kind of like, you know, I'm not someone like, oh God, shut up. Okay, that's the bronzer. Then I have the Misha Cotton Contour in the shade Salted Hot Chocolate on as well. I have this Rare Beauty blush, which you can probably see, I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can take away some of this like brightness. Okay, is that You can see the blush more here. You can see how shiny my skin is naturally. I didn't put any powder on outside of my T-zone, which I don't even know why I even bother. It's not the T-zone is not matte looking at all, but so I had this blush on. So what I did is I pumped the blush onto my hand, and then I took the Smashbox angled powder brush and I like tapped it in, and then I tapped it on my face that way. Otherwise, if you've seen any reviews regarding these blushes, they are very, very pigmented, and you will look real blushed real quick. So that is how I applied that. Oh, okay, so this is, to me, the most important update. So I've been using the Clé de Peau Stick Concealer in the shade Ochre for a really long time. You can see how much I have used. I have gone through it, but I feel like this is a concealer where as long as I continue to use it, it will absolutely be worth the amount of money. I think in the US it's about 70 something. A lot. Obviously, I don't purchase this unless I have a gift card. So I got this one on sale probably at some point. I think from Nordstrom. I had Nordstrom Notes. I'm also very interested in the Clé de Peau like new Radiant Matte Foundation. I'm also waiting to accumulate enough Nordstrom Notes to at least, excuse me, only pay like half the price for that. So that review will be incoming when I get those points. And then this is the shade Buff. I had a gift card to Macy's, and that's why I grabbed this one. They've released a lot of new shades of the stick concealer when they released the new foundation. So I have been really loving the Clé de Peau on the face and on the under eyes, but for the darkest points of my under eyes, I was needing a corrector, and all the correctors I have in my arsenal, I'm just like whatever about, or the texture, or it would correct, but when I laid the Clé de Peau on top of it, the textures were so different, it just wasn't meshing as seamlessly as I wanted it to. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to like sit further away from you guys. I feel like I'm attacking you with my face. So Buff is a little more orange and darker, so I've used it to counteract the darkness here, and then I go on with Ochre. There's a swatch of the blush, the Bare Minerals, the Charlotte Tilbury, the Misha, and that's Ochre, which is my like skin. Oh my god, look at my nails. Okay, don't look at them. Well, you have no choice now. Ochre and Buff. So Buff is very orange on me, which is what I wanted. So luckily it worked out. I hate returning really, really expensive things. So these are working out really great for me. I've even used the two on my face to cancel out any like dark spots. So that's all the face stuff. What else do I want to share with you? Okay, so on the lips, I really like my lip color today. I have Patrick Ta, She's Strong. I need to get another one of these soon. I feel like I use it almost every day and it's still not run out yet. And I have this Nabla gloss in District. This packaging, guys, so pretty. Like, it's acrylic, and sometimes acrylic packaging, it's like 50-50. Sometimes it looks beautiful, sometimes it looks cheap, but this one feels and looks so nice. I mean, even, oh, it's just so beautiful. So this released, I think, at the beginning of summer as well. So I have the lip liner on my entire lip, and then I applied the gloss. There's swatches. It's this beigey yellow nude gloss, and it just looks so perfect. Okay, I have this bag of frozen Brussels sprouts, and I found a recipe where you can throw them straight into the air fryer, so I'm gonna try it because I really want some. Okay, so the directions say to put the frozen sprouts in the air fryer at 390 and set it for 14 minutes. So I tried to spread them out so that they would have enough space. I also have, like, I put foil on the tray as well as a grill mat. So, I mean, I hope that doesn't affect anything, but everything has turned out fine since then. If you have the basket air fryer, you probably don't need to do all this, but this involves more cleanup. This combination of a toaster oven air fryer combo. Mine's the Cuisinart. Okay, so the next step was, after 9-10 minutes, to pull it out and throw some oil, salt, pepper, etc. on it. I'm probably also going to use this opportunity to cut up, like, cut the large ones in half. So I took the opportunity to actually cut all of them in half, and then I put some spray oil on here, and some everything bagel seasoning. I'm gonna pop this back in. I'm so excited. I want everything to be so crispy. All right, guys, my level of excitement is very high right now. I love Brussels sprouts. So this was kind of like a janky trash version because I didn't really know what I was doing, but they look good. Wait till I get like a balsamic glaze or like a maple glaze or something. So I also have this Parmesan cheese that came with like a pizza order. So we're just going to, you know, do that also. Oh my God, this is actually nice cheese. I mean, I had to keep it in the refrigerator, so I'm sure. Oh my God, I'm so excited, guys. So yeah, definitely. I'll list below what I did. You could easily have something like this in less than 20 minutes, probably closer to 15. Should we talk about Chinese dramas? I feel really bad for people who don't care about Chinese dramas, but there's also so many of you that do, so I would like to share. So I finished The Legend of Fu Yao, and I really liked it. So I really love the actress. She is just really stunning. Such a great actress. So I wanted to watch something else that she was in. So I went to watch Eternal Love. I have already watched Eternal Love of Dream first, even though it's technically the second, like, it was filmed afterwards, but I feel like the stories kind of run parallel, so not that big of a deal. Eternal Love. Everyone was like, you have to watch Eternal Love. Okay, so I watched it. Mark Chow is so hot, blah, blah, blah. At first, I was not getting it. I was like, I get how people are like, Mark Chow is so hot. But then once you watch the whole thing, you're like, I get it. So, but beyond that, he is such a good actor. I feel like I have to go, anyone, what is something else he is in that I need to watch? Because your recommendations, I swear, I'm jumping all over the place here. Your recommendations have been so good. So I watched Eternal Love. Amazing. I loved it. At first, you know, the CGI, you're like, because it was filmed previous to Eternal Love of Dream, but it's all good. I really liked it. It was much more heart-wrenching than Eternal Love of Dream, yeah. So from there, I moved on to attempt Ashes of Love. Ashes of Love, I've tried watching twice now, and for whatever reason, I cannot get into it. I don't know if it's the CGI or if it's the actresses in the beginning. I haven't gotten past like the first or second episode, so I'm just like waiting for the main lead, like the male lead, to come in, because I've seen him in other stuff. He was in Princess Agents and he was so good, so I know. Do I need to just skip forward? Am I allowed to skip forward? Would I be confused about the story? Someone please let me know. I just can't get into it, even though I know it's like one of the like premier dramas I should have or should be watching. Anyway, so that's that. So I then decided I need to get out of this costume drama, wuxia drama like phase, because I was getting really into it. Okay, wait, another tangent. So my addiction now is such that like I haven't touched like Netflix, Hulu, nothing. And I have the Viki app, and I know a lot of stuff is on like YouTube, and there's like 3 or 4 other websites that I can watch stuff on, but it's just convenient when something is on Viki. And I have the app on my phone and on my iPad and on my TV, obviously. So in the morning when I'm doing my makeup, I'm watching it on my iPad. When I get home to eat lunch, I have it on my phone. And then when I get home from work, it's on my TV. It is a very bad situation. So I was telling this to my brother, who also watches Chinese dramas regularly. And I'm sure anyone else, if I said this to them, they would be like, yeah, sounds like you're really busy. Where my brother is like, sweet, you know, like, I mean, maybe you guys think that. So many tangents. Okay, so I am currently watching Go Ahead. For everyone that recommended Go Ahead, thank you so much. It is so good. In any Chinese drama, I feel like they're all very emotional and you will cry in many episodes. With this one, I think in particular, you are locked in episodes 1 and 2. You are already so connected, so invested, very engaged, and you care so much. And I'm just like, how am I bawling? And it's only like the 1.25 episodes in, but it's just done so well. There are moments where I'm like, okay, really, another tragic type things, but like it's also not unrealistic for this to happen when you have a combination of so many families. I mean, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's still overly dramatic as far as the things that are happening, but it's really well acted. It's really, oh my gosh. In the first episode, I was just like, if anything happens to this girl's dad, I am going to completely lose my mind, because you get so connected to him. And even throughout, I'm about halfway through right now, you just get so connected to him and you're like, there is no way anything bad can happen to this man. I'm like he's a real person. Also, we should touch on how beautiful that one kind of like brooding brother is, right? Like at first I was like, that jawline is that's not real. And you're like, oh, okay, fine. And then you take a closer look and you're like, his lips are like perfect. And then once that fluffy hair is, someone explained the fluffy hair to me. Like it's very popular in like all Asian like male stars, pop stars, film actors, etc. Like there's this like, there's this like floppy hair that they can like, I don't know, maybe I'm old, maybe I don't understand, but I'm like not into it. Like anyway, once that hair was like moved out of the way at certain points, you can see his eyebrows and you're like, this face is not real. I mean, maybe it is. And he has a very pronounced nose bridge. I don't know. Anyway, he is just fine specimen of, it's something that you draw. It's something that someone might draw in a graphic novel or like draw from aesthetic desire or something. It's just, you're like, God, that face. Anyway, so he's also a very good actor. So yeah, I'm really loving that one. Thank you to whoever recommended that, because it's really good. I'm like trying to think of what else to say. Okay, well, I guess that's enough Chinese drama talk, right? Guys, I went to Target. Besides this like pretty like kimono-y thing I got, I have these Archer Farms maple truffle cookies. These are good. I mean, I want them to be dark chocolate. It's fine that they're not, and they're also kind of small. For me, something like this is ideal because you just have one. Because you guys know I love snacks, but I have like not that much at a time. So I can switch through different snacks, but these are really good. If you like maple, who doesn't like maple? They also tend to come out with a lot of seasonal trail mixes, and this one is apple cinnamon pecan, and it's so good. Apple pie flavored pecan, cinnamon flavored pretzel balls, apple chips, and sweetened cranberries. So these are all things that I like, so it works out really well for me. When it comes to fall things, I'll probably be repeating this all through fall, but I don't really like pumpkin necessarily, and caramel maybe. I'm like a maple and apple person. Apple. Am I from Cleveland? Is it not obvious? Okay, some Trader Joe's updates. These are the dark chocolate crisps, and these, I guess I thought they would be packaged differently, but these are really good. I really like them. The dark chocolate is very dark tasting, so I would recommend these. This is the gluten-free granola. I got cranberry maple nut. So good. I am obsessed with this. I believe there was another flavor. I can't remember what it was, but I chose this one because it had maple. Okay, I don't know why these are so good, but they're delicious. You get these little like pods, and some of them don't have anything, and some of them just have like all these seeds in them, and they're so good. You also get almonds. Supposedly there's pecans in here. I have seen about 2 in my bag, but nonetheless, so good. I just eat it like a snack. I haven't tried to use it like I would granola, say in a smoothie, or you could probably have this as cereal too, because it would probably hold its crispiness for longer than a lot of other like cereal types. But oh, so good. Okay, so regarding the Tom Ford Soft Matte Foundation, this is 7 hours later. I have since made food, cleaned the house, done laundry. I'm feeling a bit sweaty, but this still looks really good. Again, I didn't really powder anything besides my T-zone, and it still looks really, really good. And when I looked in a couple of different mirrors in my house later, I was like, maybe it didn't oxidize. I don't know. It's a confusing thing for me right now. Like, it hasn't even worn off around my nose, so I'm very like impressed here. My lip is gone from eating, but looks really good. And the Clé de Peau concealer is doing really well too, even though I have, you know, technically two layers, especially in this area. So this cacio e pepe is beautiful. There's all this black pepper built into it. I mean, you know, not built into it, but like, you know, it's in the dough. And this is my second time making it. It's super good. I just can't decide if I like this or like the frozen one better with the frozen, you know, sauce blocks. Because I was hoping they would put some of the pasta inside the ravioli, but they didn't, because I feel like that would have made it so good. But this by itself is still amazing. Okay, before we close out this video, I just want to share this drawer with you. So I've always had these, which are really nice. I think you have to just get the right brand. Sorbus is good, Richard's Homewares. They're all very thick acrylic that can hold a lot of weight. So I've always had these like larger powders, right? These La Prairie, La Mer. Oh, and my Cogendo. My Cogendo is just sitting here on my vanity, but I always wanted a taller drawer, and these are beautiful. I got it off of Macy's. With the code, I got them for like $20. So I will link it below because I feel like I have been searching for this drawer for a really long time. So if anyone else is also searching, I will like share it, obviously. And then if I can find the 2 drawer, I'll list that below too. I really like this like stacking thing.